Good evening, everybody. So I just watched Game 4 of the Spurs against the Knicks, and I'm very happy and excited because the Knicks, they came back from a 29-point lead against the Spurs and won the game by 1 point. And the score was 106 for the Spurs and then 107 for the Knicks. And at first, the Spurs, they had their way. They were dominating the first half, and they're playing good defense, knocking down their three-point shots. And the Knicks, they didn't play good defense in the first half, and they're struggling to shoot the three ball. But then in the second half, the Knicks stepped up and played good defense and won the game. And OG Anunoby, he hit that clutch shot when Jalen Brunson missed the three-point shot over Wemby. And he had the OG Anunoby had the tip in, which sealed the deal. And this is a terrible loss for the Spurs because they had a very big lead and they lost the lead. And this is the biggest comeback in NBA history, a 29-point deficit. And Jalen Brunson had a good game too. He had 36 points, and he went 12 for 25 from the field. And I expected Jalen Brunson to play well, at least one game. Maybe Jalen Brunson might be the Finals MVP if the Knicks win the Finals. I mean, from the way it looks, Karl-Anthony Towns, he had a decent game, and I like the lineup with Jose Alvarado and Jalen Brunson because they have another ball handler who could play make besides Jalen Brunson and takes the pressure off Brunson. So this way he could have more energy to score. And Jose Alvarado made some nice plays. He made a big shot during the fourth quarter. And the Spurs, they slacked off. They were turning over the ball and just being very sloppy. And yeah, so Victor, he didn't have a great game. He struggled. He went 9 for 25 from the field. He had 24 points. And he missed two big free throws in the fourth quarter. And yeah, so this is a great win for the Knicks. Now that they got this big win, I think they'll probably play better in Game 5. And I still think the Knicks will win the finals in 6 games. And yeah, I don't think the Spurs will come back from a 3-1 against the Knicks during the finals. And only one team has done it is with the Cavaliers against the Golden State Warriors with LeBron James. And I don't think the Spurs will be able to do that. And this game really shows that the Spurs don't have the experience and they're not ready for the finals. And also, Victor doesn't have the killer instinct to dominate the game and to completely take over the game to help the Spurs blow out the Knicks. And it really showed tonight. And you see that in some games, he played very well and efficiently, offensively. But then other games, you see that he struggles and he doesn't play well offensively, but he's very good defensively. So, and he could block shots and alter shots. So, Stephon Castle had a good game. Dylan Harper had a good game. But De'Aaron Fox didn't have a good game. He struggled from the field. He went 6 for 16 from the field. And De'Aaron Fox, I mean, he's not that good. I think, if they lose the finals, I think they might have to trade De'Aaron Fox for another point guard. And also on Wemby, I think he needs to, bulk up and gain more weight. So this way he could have a post move, at least one post move or something. Have like a hook shot or a fadeaway shot. And that's what really is missing from his game. And that's mainly what's missing from his game. And Mikal Bridges had a decent game. And then McBride didn't score any points. And so I didn't like what Mike Brown was doing with a small lineup against a lineup with Victor Wembanyama. Yeah, so I think he should use more of a big lineup with Karl-Anthony Towns and Mitch Robinson against Wemby. And I thought Mike Brown did a good job, like making adjustments towards the fourth quarter at the end. And I was worried that the Spurs will win the game and blow out the Knicks, but the Knicks, they still were determined. They didn't give up. They didn't fold, and they had fight in them. They kept on going. They played hard, and they played winning basketball. And at first, I was like really frustrated because a couple of times I turn off the channel and I was watching something else and then I turn it back on, when it was the third quarter, I was like, wow, the lead went down. And then further, as I watched the game, the lead was down to 3 points, 4 points, and then from there, they came back, and the Spurs completely choked away this game. Yeah, it's just a terrible loss. I mean, Wemby, he didn't really play well in this game, so he has to play better. And he was selling for way too many jump shots again. Shot a lot of 3-point shots. And pretty much he's bailing out the Knicks. That's what he's doing. And if he doesn't dominate the game, and he has to completely dominate the game and play like Shaq. Well, I don't see that happening anyway. He has to do it 3 times. And there's no way that's going to happen because he doesn't have the killer instinct and he's not as big and strong as Shaq. And he's not really as skillful as him too. So, well, I mean, the NBA, they did a good job trying to, protect Wemby, make him the golden boy, but that's not enough for the Spurs to win the championship. They actually have to play hard. They have to play hard. Wemby has to dominate the game and use his size to help the team win. And he's not doing that. And you see that most of the time the guards that carry him, his team carries him during this 4 games, and yet you're still not able to win a game 4 when you have a big lead. That's just embarrassing for the Spurs. And, so, I mean, game 5, who's going to win game 5? So, I mean, I have two different things I'm thinking about. I mean, my head is telling me the Spurs will win game 5. But then at the same time, like, my heart is telling me the Knicks will probably, win game 5 because, that big comeback. I'm thinking that big comeback will give the Knicks the confidence to have better start, have a better start in game 5. In all the games, the Knicks have played, they have slow starts against the Spurs, but then, they come back in the second half, and most of the time they win the games. So I just hope that they start better and, end strong. And that's it. That's all I have. Subscribe to this channel. Like the video. Share. Comment what you think. And have a good night. Bye.